become a better person? There's a lot of things that all of us could probably sit there and list that we could do to become a better person. I mean, I'm sure most people would probably sit there and think, oh no, but I'm already amazing. I already do like all this work and I already have a job and I have this and I have that. But I'm talking more in a spiritual level, in a personality, in a personal level, not necessarily status or money or cars or house, but more what do you do when nobody's watching? What do you really do when there's nobody there to judge you? And you can do whatever you want. What do you really do with your time? Is really what I'm trying to get at, because what you do with your time essentially makes you who you are. So if you spend your time unwisely, you're not going to become a better person. If you spend your time unwisely, you are simply drifting in life. You are simply doing things that don't matter. And that goes into another topic, which is the fact that a lot of people nowadays, especially nowadays, there's that video where it like zooms into a human and then it zooms out and it shows the universe and the observable universe and whatever, basically saying that nothing matters. But I think now more than ever, everything matters, because we are in very desperate times where things are going to change a lot over the next 5, 10, 15 years. And this is it. This is the one chance you get. And if you don't take it, in those 5, 10, 15 years, life could be completely different in a not so good way. But if you do take your chance and you're watching this video and you realize early on that you really have to put the work in now, because you won't be able to in 5 years, when AI takes over, when the governments take over, when your life is literally a game, like you are being tracked on everything that is happening. I mean, it's already happening in certain countries, and it's only a matter of time until it happens in every country, where there is no longer the need for creativity. There is no longer the need for entertainment. So the best thing you can do now is improve yourself. Because all journeys and all goals and all achievements begin by improving yourself. You're not going to be able to achieve or even attempt to achieve a goal without becoming a better self, without being able to be dedicated, without being able to be disciplined, to take the action that is required for you to achieve those goals. Until you get yourself to a point where you can trust yourself to, I don't know, be invited for a drink and not drink, be invited for a meal and not have McDonald's, and just socialize. Where you can trust yourself to a point where you will wake up and no matter how you feel, you know you will work that day, you will work hard, and you will do the things you must do to continue developing your personality, developing yourself, developing your network, everything, anything that needs developing, anything that needs improving. You must be able to wake up, and no matter how you feel, you must not indulge in the things in the things you shouldn't be indulging in, and you must indulge in the things that you have to indulge in, even if you don't like it. Because at the end of the day, that's the only way to become a better person. I've recently been thinking about as well a lot about the fact that people don't really live in the moment. People never even consider the things they do, the things they say, all of those things. People never say something or do something and then really reflect on it, which is why people don't really improve. It's why promises are broken all the time. It's why lies continue to happen, because they continue to lie to themselves. And that's the biggest issue of today's society, is the fact that people lie to themselves without even noticing. And they're without even meaning to. They genuinely just lie to themselves without even meaning to. And that is the main cause of people not being able to be who they want to be, or be a better person, because you continue to lie to yourself and say, oh, I'll just do it another day, or oh, it's not really that bad if I have a cheat meal, or if I don't do the work today. And then it snowballs into you not doing the work the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And then all of a sudden it's been 2 weeks and you haven't done the work. It's really just about being proactive and disciplined, and being able to wake up and realize that, days for fun will come. Days for fun will come. Or even dedicate one day a week or a few hours a week where you can indulge in the things you want to indulge in every once in a while. There is a lot of time in your week. You can spare 2 to 3 hours a week to enjoy yourself and just indulge in the things you want to. Whether that's gaming or going out for a drink or going to the cinema, you can pick out a day, usually for me it's a Sunday, to indulge in those things, so that every other day almost feels like a snowball towards that reward on the weekend. Almost feels like you're stepping up a staircase and you go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday comes and you do one step down on Sunday because you go drinking, you go out, whatever. Sunday, and it's Monday again. Now you're not down here. All of a sudden, you're up here again. All of a sudden, you've gone from this Monday being down here, and you've done work. You indulge a little bit, you have a little bit of fun with your family, with your friends, whoever it may be, and then all of a sudden you're up here. All of a sudden, you are 6% better than you were last week. And you're 6% above in progress than you were last week. And then if you just continue next Monday to do that, you will be 2 times better in a month. It takes no time. It genuinely does not take that long to completely change your life. The hardest thing about it is genuinely being proactive, waking up every single day and making the right choices that will help you achieve that persona, that will make you achieve that discipline. Discipline has nothing to do with being the hardest working or doing a lot of work every single day and sitting down and doing 12 hours of deep work. It's not about doing 12 hours of deep work every single day. It's about genuinely trying for the time that you have every single day. If you have a full-time job, it is unrealistic that you're going to sit there after your 9 to 5 until 1 in the morning and then wake up the next day and be able to do that every single day over and over again. So why don't you sell yourself up to, after your job, to do 2 or 3 hours of genuine, hard-working, deep work every day, which is sustainable long term, and you will see massive changes within a month, within 2 months. Being proactive, making the right choices, making a schedule, making a plan, waking up and making the right choices for yourself will help you become a better self. And that is really the only thing you need to do. You know what you have to do. You know if you're trying to lose weight, or if you're trying to gain weight, or if you're trying to have a business, start a business. You know what you have to do. It's just about making the decisions to do those things. It's just about waking up and deciding whether you're going to indulge in the eating and stop your weight loss, or you're going to wake up and decide to eat healthy again like yesterday and continue on your journey. And we all know when we make that decision, because when you make that decision, you know whether you've made the right or the wrong decision. If you've made the wrong decision, usually it comes with a lot of self-doubt and a lot of feeling bad for yourself, because the next few days, usually you don't make up for it. Usually they just keep on getting worse. You start listening to sad music. You start feeling bad for yourself. You stop going to the gym, you miss a couple of sessions, you're like, oh, I don't feel really good. Well, no wonder you had 12 donuts yesterday. It goes the other way around. If you're on a cut and you indulge and you eat a cheat meal when you weren't supposed to eat a cheat meal, guess how you're going to feel the next day? You're going to be bloated, you're going to feel super full, super heavy, you're going to be full of carbs, but not good carbs, and you're going to feel way too full to be able to do anything. You're going to have fatigue and brain fog, and you're not going to want to go gym, so you might miss a session, which then can snowball into the continuation of having cheat meals or having more snacks than you should and missing more sessions than you should. Same goes for business. If you get caught up in a single day, oh, I did this much this day, it's not very good, I'm not going to put as much effort the next day. We can't be open until this time because today we didn't make enough money on this hour, so we need to close earlier. What if the next day there was a group of 6 or 10 people that came in at that time and changed the day around completely? You can't make decisions based on your feelings. You have to make decisions based on being proactive and your goals and the ability to become a better person, to have a better business, to have a better physique, to achieve your goals. Being proactive is a superpower that a lot of people find it extremely difficult to achieve. Simply start and simply continue starting. It's not about starting one day and then the first week goes well and the second week goes a little bit worse. You add maybe a couple of snacks you shouldn't have had, or you don't do as much work as you should have done. You continue doing the same work. It's about every single day making that decision, because every single day is a new opportunity for you to become closer to that person that you're trying to be. And if you don't make the decisions every single day to do those things, those hard tasks that you must do, the option is not going to be there tomorrow. Tomorrow you're going to be 1% worse and 1% worse. And it's just going to keep getting worse until you, a couple of months down the line, you realize, oh, well, time is gone now, isn't it? There's no point in doing it now. Might as well wait until next year. And then you just wait until next year, until the cycle repeats, and then you find yourself at the age of 30, at the age of 40, regretting not making those decisions, regretting not being disciplined, regretting not being proactive. And at that point, you will have learnt exactly what I'm trying to teach you, is the fact that you will need to be proactive. What do you think you're going to need to do when you have a full-time job, when you really need to make money to put food on the plate? You're going to need to be proactive. You're going to need to wake up to your alarm and say, in an hour, I have my full-time job. I need to be proactive. I need to have my breakfast and have a shower before I leave. That is going to teach you how to be proactive. But it's better that you learn now, when you still have the time and the freedom to achieve your goals, rather than learning when you're 35 in the middle of your career working a 9 to 5 that you did not want to work. Be proactive, become who you want to be, become a better person than you are today, every single day, and you will thank yourself in 6 months' time.